From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Brian Todd with today's Voice Briefing. It's Monday, September 29th, 2025.
This is audio producer Robin Chan, and this report comes from Kristen Jordan-Shamus, Keith Matheny, and John Wisely. We advise listener discretion as this story contains details of a violent and deadly event. Chaos and bloodshed swept through a Grand Blanc Township church Sunday morning, September 28th, when police said an armed 40-year-old man rammed a pickup truck into the chapel during services and then opened fire on hundreds of people gathered inside. According to Grand Blanc Township Police Chief William Rennie, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints chapel was also set ablaze at about 10:25 a.m. before authorities shot and killed the suspect, who was identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford, an ex-U.S. Marine from nearby Burton. At least 4 people who were attending services inside the chapel have died. Rennie said 8 others were injured and are being treated at Henry Ford Genesis Hospital. 2 of the dead were shot, and 2 others are believed to have been trapped inside the church and perished in the flames. More victims could be identified as authorities continue to investigate. In a Sunday evening press conference, Chief Rennie detailed difficulties affecting the investigation. Quote, "The entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire. I don't know how many people are unaccounted for at this time." End quote. Rennie credited 2 trained officers, one from the Township Police Department and one from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, for stopping the shooter at 10:33 a.m., just minutes after the attack began in the church parking lot. Chief Rennie also commended the swift actions of those attending the church at the time of the attack.
I'd also like to acknowledge the heroism of not only the first responders, but the people who were inside that church at the time. They were shielding the children who were also present within the church, moving them to safety. Just hundreds of people just practicing their faith. Just extreme courage, brave, and that's the type of community that we are.
An officer told the Free Press that survivors evacuated from the church were taken to the nearby NCG Trillium Cinema for, quote, reunification and questioning, end quote. As church attendees left the theater, some rushed to family members and friends waiting outside, hugging and weeping. Stephanie Giddings, who lives in Fenton, went to the reunification site Sunday afternoon to be close to her fellow church members.
I'm in complete disbelief and my heart just breaks. And my mom came out. She's also a member at the Commerce Ward, and she came out to pick me up, and we went out to go look at the church and pray on the grounds, but the street was blocked off, and my daughter was just baptized there, so it's hard.
Chief Rennie said family and friends who are trying to find loved ones who were inside the church at the time of the shooting and fire can get information by calling 248-705-7352. That number again is 248-705-7352. This is a developing story and will be updated on freep.com. Free Press staff writers Liam Rapley, Andrea Sahuri, and USA Today reporters Carissa Waddick, Dinah Voiles-Pulver, and Tao Wynn contributed to this report.
This is J.C. Randall with the Detroit Free Press. The city of Detroit this week ordered an old and run-down residential hotel to close. Hotel Yorba in southwest Detroit dates to 1926 and is visible from I-75. The hotel was immortalized in a 2001 song by the White Stripes, titled simply Hotel Yorba. For some Yorba residents, the building was the final stop before a homeless shelter or the streets. The city ordered the hotel to close, citing unsafe living conditions such as a leaky roof and a vermin infestation. The Yorba's owner reportedly passed away recently, but the property is still available for sale with a $2.5 million asking price. One Yorba resident who was told to leave says he was paying $420 a month for a room without a toilet or a shower.
This is Natalie Davies with the Detroit Free Press. Catching up with friends over coffee outside a near-century-old greenhouse could soon be possible on the corner of Joy and Liley Roads in Plymouth. Longtime Plymouth business Gray's Greenhouse is set to start renovating its 6.5-acre property to include a farm store, coffee shop, children's play and learning area, native plant meadow, and with walking trails and more after Plymouth Township approved a planned unit development zoning change for the property. The plan to put more businesses and community spaces onto the property comes as a way to bring more revenue to the site of the historic greenhouse in hopes to save it, Gray's Greenhouse owner Rachel Niche said. She and a team of 3 others are leading the effort focused on promoting historic preservation, creating opportunities for community, and growing natural spaces in the area, she said. Read more about Gray's Greenhouse and the plans for its future at freep.com.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.